tuned in to the Underwater Rugby channel, broadcasting live over the internet. This is the Euroleague, second to the last match of Season 5. The two teams that are going to compete right now are Malmö Triton and Vienna. I would like to introduce to you now, in blue, for Malmö Triton, wearing number 2, Magne Thornberry. Number 3, Simon Jobs. Number 5, Petter Bloomberry. Number 6, Ann-Sophie Krakow. Number 8, Ulf Riedel. Number 9, Emmanuel Johansson. Number 10, Edvin Mortensen. Number 11, Olof Bertilsson. Number 13, Stefan Poldrakuc. Number 14, Jürgen Persson. And number 18, Milos Nielsen. On the other side of the pool, wearing white for Vienna, number 2, Anas Duchamont. Number 3, Andreas Tansman. Number 6, Martin Meskis. Number 7, Karl Richter Trummer. Number 8, Manuel Gassner. And number 9, Juan Erazo. And number 10, Captain Thomas Schenkely. Number 14, Thomas Denk. Number 15, Andreas Schneiderbauer. Number 16, Andreas Jufman. And number 19, Hannes Hoffmann. And the coach, Heinz. The referees. They are, in the water, Kaiser Lindman and Johnny Lindell on land. And gjorde mycket in the water. So,
welcome everybody. We are here broadcasting live. You're tuned into the Underwater Rugby channel. We are broadcasting from Tampere in Finland, the last round of Euroleague this season. We have come to the second last match of the day, of the round, of the season. This is Malmö Triton in blue against Vienna in white. And the predictions are clear for this match. As to the table, Malmö Triton will finish the season on place number 5, no matter what happens here. And Vienna has Vienna losing will finish on the last place, on 10th place. With a draw, they will finish on 9th place, putting Akeren in the last spot. And with a victory, they could jump even to place number 7. So especially for Vienna, a lot on the line here. Yeah, it was a really wild weekend. We had a lot of surprising results, including awesome 2 victories and a draw for Policen, who have been in the last spot formerly, and now they have passed on the Red Lantern to anybody else. It might be Vienna, it might be Akron. So much is clear, and the players are getting ready to start, as I'm joined by Devril Tien, who just returns from announcing the teams, and the referees. The referees are ready, teams are getting ready, so we better get ready to join the action. So Devril, I just explained what is going to happen in the table for the end of the season, according to whatever happens here. And yeah, I assume this match is very intense for Vienna, because for them it's more on the line. We'll see about it. I apologize in advance if at any given point I become a bit emotional, because I myself am a player of Vienna. I am injured, so I can't play. But I'll try to stay objective. Well, the first ball has ended up pretty much in the hands of Emanuel Johansson.
There are 2 women playing.
And yeah, the first ball possession really goes to the team of Malmö Triton. Malmö Triton not playing in shirts, so sometimes a bit difficult to tell who is who. This, in any case, Jürgen Persson, and driving the ball over to the right-hand side. Also, we have to apologize. It's getting a little bit cloudy in the water. That's because there's so many matches going on, as we see Malmö Triton driving forwards and also taking up a Merla position around the basket. For those of you not familiar what that is, when you see a player wrapped around the basket, just close to the bottom with his belly at the basket, that's what we call a Merla position, or at least that's what the Swedes call a Merla position.
You approve of this technique, or?
Well, yeah, sure. If you're successful with it, everything works. It's not a very popular technique among everybody, but the Swedes like it very much. So this is Andreas Jufman, who came over for the counter-attack. Tries to go in, but it's being held off by the feet of the goalie, who was pushing him away. Now Vienna tries to drill the ball in, but I think the goalie's trying to get it out. Didn't. Vienna still has the ball. Anaïs Deschamont, and there's, I believe this is Andreas Jufman with number 16, called for holding without the ball. Basically, he was pushing the goalie. Yeah, that's what the referees are signaling. So yeah, we're going back to the middle, and the ball goes over to Malmö Triton. What is your feeling about this match, Devril?
Well, I'm really happy because there are young fans watching here. If you just shift your chair a little bit, so she can see. So, and
we got live spectators who want to share our screen.
The children who came here for their swimming lessons or to swim with their parents, and now they're watching underwater rugby and they're saying, "What is this?" So
hopefully they'll like it.
Yeah.
So Malmö is in possession again. Stefan Podrugaj with the ball. Gets it over to Ulf Riedel. Let's see if they can mount a good offensive here. Ball is some quick passes. This is Ann-Sophie Krakow. And the goalie's feet are well in the way of the attacker, and Vienna is changing closely on the basket. Meanwhile, we do have a foul called. Let's look. We didn't see it.
Holding the basket?
Holding the basket against a defender of Vienna, obviously, because it's free throw for Malmö Triton. So one of the defenders from Vienna had his hand on the ring or on the basket to hold himself down. Yeah, maybe. And the exchange on the goal was really open for Vienna, but luckily they won the ball. So here's a counter-attack attempt. Tomi Shankly drives out all the way to the left-hand side. This is Martin Meskis. Very Okay, wow. There's another foul called, and this would have been a very good opportunity for Vienna, but it's pushing. The referee signals that a player without the ball has been pushing the goalie or the defender before he got the ball. So
he was getting in place to receive a pass from Meskis.
Or maybe just making place for the other player, because there were two Vienna players on the right hand side. It was Karl Troma, who was closest to Martin Meskis, and behind him there was even another player. So it could have been a good chance for Vienna, but they committed this foul, and so they have to try to defend again. And there's no goalie on. There's Emmanuel Johansson who was over the goal, ready to receive the pass, but Vienna's forechecking could win the ball, and now they will try to.
Is that Schenkele?
No. This is Manuel Gassner with number 9, with number 8, and on the other side, Anaïs Vauchessard de Chaumont takes the position to score. Well, that would be something, would it?
She shouldn't just be waiting there, though, because it's not.
Yeah, Karl Troma took the position in the middle, which could have worked out, but the player with the ball didn't manage to work his way in.
You have to know when that's not going to happen.
Yeah. So that's
but she's working hard, though, and
she's working a lot of time on the water, and you see she doesn't want to give the ball away easily. But
no, she played well.
Now this is Thomas Denk, who got the ball in a position close to the goal, but he was clinched immediately.
Oh,
Jufman tried to bring the ball over the defender, but it fell short.
Right into the arms.
Right into the arms of the defender. Now the counter-attack for Malmö Triton is there. Defense is sitting. The pass.
Nice pass.
Yeah, but it was seen by the defender, so at least he could turn around and continue defending. So it did not leave a good chance open. But now there's no defender. Don't know what the mistake was there, but still the ball is very close. And this is Andreas Schneiderbo, one of the defenders who came late, who now obviously has some breath left to start the counter-attack. Passes on to Andreas Tanzmann. A lot of Andreases on our side. And this is Juan Erazo. Can he score this one? It was a good opportunity, but
his fin is broken.
I think his fin broke. Yeah, totally. And this is Martin Meskis. Was it in? I believe it was in.
Well,
it might have. Yeah. This was really close call. But
no.
Anyways, they win the ball back, and the defense. Yeah, that was Andreas Schneiderbo who in the end scored this goal. But I'm a bit confused, maybe as confused as the defense for Malmö Triton, because after the situation they did not care to take. Oh yeah, okay. So. Just beside the goal, the defender who was sitting beside it, he was searching for the ball, and he didn't see that Schneiderbo got it out. He saw that too late. If instead he just takes a good goalie's position, closes the goal with his back, then he has a chance to defend it at least 1 or 2 seconds in order to get help. But now Vienna is in the lead, and Meskis drops the ball down to Richter Troma, who's on the move over. He's very busy now. And they're playing the ball in a zone that is close enough to force the defenders to be close to the goal, but not yet very dangerous to lose the ball. Vienna likes to move in this radius from the goal, where you force them to defend the goal closely, but you're not giving them the opportunity to forecheck with everybody. But they lost this ball, and it was instantly one back for Manuel Gassner, and there was no goalie on the goal. Manuel Gassner scores his second goal of the day.
Now, this should be an interesting replay to watch. Where was the mistake here? The goalie left.
The goalie left, and the other goalie did not come. But I think the goalie speculated that they won the ball and wanted to be able to receive a pass, and yeah. This didn't work out well. Also, we have to know that 2 of the strongest players from Malmö Triton are not here. So Andreas Bergenholz is missing, as well as Jon Fernlund, one of the better goalkeepers they could have. And bad luck for the defender, Ann-Sophie Krakow. She came into position as defender, but she didn't know that there was no goalie. And you always look awkwardly bad when you're sitting in defense and somebody scores a goal just over you. And maybe now the chance for Malmö to stop to stop the flow from Vienna.
And they do.
Oh wow, they do from the right-hand side. They took one opportunity that they got, and
Timeout.
yeah, Vienna calls a timeout right here.
Who scored that goal?
Oh, well, we couldn't see it up to now. I'm assuming it was Ulf Riedel. So yeah, the referee did say it, but unfortunately he didn't have his microphone turned on.
Yeah.
And
It was a classic push off the bottom of the ball.
yeah, and he had the ball close to the wall, so it was hard for the defender to get to it once he had the position. And Hannes Hoffmann on the goal could not defend that.
Now they're going to be talking about.
I'm interested if the German national team trainer is coach is watching, because Hannes Hoffmann has been nominated for Helsinki as a goalie. So maybe I hope the national team coach from Germany won't have second thoughts about it after seeing this. There we see Manuel Gassner, who scored the second goal for Vienna there.
I don't think you can blame the goalie if somebody gets. There's no back there.
Yeah, he got a real good push in on the goalie, so that's very difficult.
Of course, you can also say that if somebody has their hands in back and they know.
Yeah,
there are ways to do this, but you have to know.
The problem there was for Vienna that the defender could not stop the pass that went close to the basket, because I think the person who received the pass, who scored the goal, was already there in position. So you couldn't stop him from going there, basically. But you'll have to stop the pass somewhere in between the.
It hasn't been shown
no,
on the screen
who scored the goal. Yeah, no. The referee said who scored the goal, but he didn't have his microphone turned on, so he only said that to the table. Well, the protocol is written, but we couldn't hear it.
Well, we'll find out who did that and inform you.
Good pass to the right-hand side, and this is Thomas Shankly trying to score the goal, just being caught from beneath by Simon Jobs, if I got that right. As I said, it's difficult to say who is who.
And the water's getting cloudy as well.
Yeah, it's getting cloudy, and the light is fading away a little bit. I think the players are not really hampered by this. Just for us, it's a bit difficult. And Andreas Schneiderbauer tries to drive forward and eventually lost that pass, but Meskis picked it back up again. Schneiderbauer
so when a player throws a pass like that and it works, what should you think?
No, that's okay. But the player for Malmö who picked the ball up
and then lost it.
He didn't think that he was going to be under immediate pressure again.
Right.
So he picked it up, but rather sloppily. He didn't have a lot of tension, and he did not move the ball away instantly. He just grabbed towards it, and then he had it there. But
and the player who
didn't move it. This is Manuel Gassner coming in from above, bring the ball down to Martin Meskis.
Meskis
wow, he threw it on the rim there. That was close call. Very good chance for Vienna again. And now counter-attack is on the way for Malmö Triton. Peter Blomberg.
Peter Blomberg is one of the captains, the head coaches of this Swedish men's national team.
Yeah, that's again. It might not have been him, because I can only make my best guess about who was it. And this is Juan Arazo, so this I can say for sure. Speeds up, but then only goes as far as he needs to go to force the goalie and the defender to go down. Yeah. And he's
turns over the ball.
There's Thomas Shankly again over to Juan Erazo. The pass was too long.
Batted away. Oh yes.
And they can get it down.
Nobody seems to want the ball.
This is Magni Turnberg.
Okay.
He is free to counterattack all the way over.
Good speed.
But yeah, goalie and defender were already there, so no immediate danger of a goal. And yeah, Malmö is playing better now, but they are still on a trail. And Stefan Poldrugac, very active player throughout the whole weekend, I think. And this is an awkward position for Vienna. Where there were attackers on both sides, but
they lost the basket. Basket's open.
But yeah, this is really really close call.
But yeah, going down.
Taken over. This is
he's picked up.
The defender willingly going up, leaving his position to clinch the ball. Maybe he was alert into thinking he could easily win the ball from Ann-Sophie Krakow.
But Jufman had the ball for a while there, but
I think they both clinched on the ball, but yeah. Right now, Schneider with the ball, get passed down. And this is Martin Meskis again. He tries to drill in somewhere while not losing the ball. Right now, I feel he's clinched, but he got a pass down. And wow, his own teammate didn't see the pass beneath the goal. So Jufman picks it up. Pass over to the other side. Manuel Gassner, he lost it.
He didn't have a good enough
base. He just got a hand to it, I think.
Yeah.
But the defender who just substituted in, jumped in from the bench, came in with full speed and took it away. So here is Edwin Martinson. Could bring this ball out. And we have Milos Nilsson trying to drive in, is clinched away. Again, Jufman as a defender very willingly goes into the clinch, leaves his position. This can get dangerous. Up to here it has worked out, but this...
A big commitment by Vienna there.
And
but I think they need to do it to protect the goal. So
okay, there's Simon Jobs on the left-hand side of the
pass
goal,
coming
but the pass is not coming through.
No. Driven back all the way to the corner.
There's no defender in a good position right here, but Juan Arazo picked this ball up. Can he get it off to somebody?
Indeed.
Thomas Shankly, obviously. He tries to find Anaïs de Chaumont on the left-hand side, but instead she was covered, so he went over to Hannes Hoffmann.
Nice pass back and forth.
Yeah, just a little back and forth to make the defenders turn and turn again and turn again, so eventually they won't be down there
It's very
anymore.
good to see the players looking upwards so that they know whether they're safe or not.
Yeah,
instead
this
of
is
just
Andreas
looking down at the
Tanzmann.
bottom.
Drives in. Can he keep the ball safe? Pass over to the middle. Meskis will want to drill the ball up to the right-hand side, I believe.
And he puts a pass down to the side.
Who was there? I believe this is Andreas Tanzmann. But contested by Ann-Sophie Krakow. Can she get the ball out? Right now it's falling to Meskis again. Schneiderbauer.
Okay.
Peter Blomberg forechecking a little bit, but he gets beaten by Thomas Shankly, who did a beautiful rolling movement underneath him, but he couldn't score the goal.
Do you think that Vienna will be depressed if they don't manage to capitalize after this long possession?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this game is open. I feel like any team can win it. I feel like in the beginning, Malmö was a bit disorientated. Some of the positions were not perfectly taken. Now we have a good attempt on the goalie.
Oh, the goal
is taken by Peter Blomberg, but again, I feel like the goalies can be attacked quite often here. But luckily for Vienna, the forecheck is doing a pretty good job at clinching the ball away or even winning the ball, as in this position here. This is Manuel Gassner.
He covered a lot of distance there.
Yeah, and now he's looking for a teammate. Found one down there in Karl Richter Tromme. And de Chaumont with the ball. And she lost it to the forechecker, but immediately you have two guys from Vienna trying to forecheck. And this time Malmö could free itself.
Is it Jürgen Persson?
Might be.
Yeah.
This number 10 with the yellow band around his head. This is Edwin Martinsson. He's easy to recognize, but else it's sometimes a bit difficult. Also, Ann-Sophie is easy to recognize. And this is Simon Jobs. Doesn't want to drive in the goal. He
all
just
the way over to the corner.
To the corner to cover some space to make the forecheckers go longer ways. Martinsson to Ulfridell, if I got that. And the forechecking of Vienna is slow here, but There was a one-on-one situation where Juan Erazo could take the ball away from Ann-Sophie Krakow, and Tommy Shankly threw a desperation pass in this case, because he knew the time was nearly
out,
over.
yeah.
He was not sure how much time was left, but he thought if there was will be a chance to score, it will only by a pass straight forward.
So this is going pretty well for Vienna. 2-1.
2-1 is good for Vienna. Vienna is in the lead. Like this, Vienna would end the season on place number 7, which before Vienna was last in the league, so this is a big improvement. But even though it might still go either way, as I said, the 2 goals for Vienna were scored in confusion.
Highlights.
And yeah, we can see that in highlights now. So, hi everybody. We're still in halftime pause. We have the main commentator Devrel Tien over at the referees table to check who scored the goal for Malmö Triton, because the referee didn't say it out loud. So we will inform you shortly who managed to put this down. Well, we see the teams prepare for the second half. As to what's going to happen now in the second half, I feel like Malmö Triton has gotten into the game better and better, and yeah, the score still favors Vienna, but I think the course of the game favored Malmö Triton in the end a little bit. While I'm being rejoined by Devrel Tien, who
spilled tea all over the
who spilled tea all over the score sheet, but also who can tell you now who scored the goal for Malmö Triton.
For Malmö Triton, the goal scorer was Olof Bertilsson.
Yeah, okay, it was Olof. It was number 11.
That was what I said. And then Jürgen Persson got the assist. The first goal was scored by
Andreas Schneiderbauer,
and the assist went to Thomas Schenkely. And the second goal was scored by Manuel Gassner, but we knew that.
Yeah,
That was clear.
the Vienna scores, we could see that clearly. We were not sure about Bertelson's goal, but now we know. As the half-time is precisely over now, so the teams are getting ready for the second half. And still you see some of the players being shocked by that first sound that just indicates that the 5 minutes are over. Yeah, and you see the two players from Malmö Triton swimming back who also thought this was going to be the start of the game. But now Jana, the referee, is going to start the game.
So there are two different buzzer sounds. The light buzzer
Yeah,
sound, and
the
people
light
are not
buzzer
used
sound
to it.
comes from the machine itself,
Yes.
and the deeper buzzer sound, the louder one, is from the referee's horn.
So Vienna has got the ball.
Vienna's got the first possession after the sprint, and it's Schneiderbauer in the corner, over to Meskes,
In the corner. Meskes goes to this top.
and finds a
drops
pass
it.
downwards. This has to be Manuel Gassner, over to Hannes Hoffmann. Shankly is down there as well. And in defense, there's sitting Milos Nielsen. I learned that, I understand that Milos Nielsen has been a forechecker for most of the time, and he
He's
has
played
only
forward.
and
now he's playing back.
only recently he has begun to play the position as a defender.
As a back. Defensive back.
Yeah, as a back. If you so Thomas Shankly tries to drill in.
Okay.
Good pass over the defender to the right hand side, but
Driven away.
very good defensive work from Ann-Sophie Krakow, who drove Martin Meskes instantly away. And
she's even got more possession of the ball than him.
yeah, she's clinching it away.
Yeah.
So that's one tough woman who's clinching against three guys at the same time. Let's see where this goes. She wants to move the scrum away from their own goal.
Too many.
As I already told you.
Too many Triton players on the side there.
And there's Andreas Tanzmann who got the ball out, and can he get a pass off? Yes, he can. This is Thomas Shankly again, and he is going to be eager to score. I just know that he's so hungry for goals. He really, really badly wants to win this. He feels like, I mean, most of Vienna players feels like this, but in the last round in Vienna played really well.
But didn't win.
Did 3 good matches, lost 2 times just by 1 goal, and just managed 1 draw. And everybody feels like we should have deserved more points. We just couldn't manage to make that. So everybody is eager to score these points now.
Nobody wants to be relegated. I have a question for you.
Ask me
Jan,
anything. Well, we have Emmanuel Johansson on the way forward. Yeah.
Why aren't you in the water as water coach?
Yeah, we had a bit of problem. I mentioned that earlier. It's important that you have a clear structure, who is going to speak, and when it's a timeout and when it's halftime.
Yes.
And we found out that we had too many people talking. And as we have Heinz Frühwirt here, who is assisting the team.
Well, why doesn't Heinz get in the water?
Heinz is mostly there to calm the team down, and he's watching on the screen, which is actually more effective than watching in the water, because it's easier for him to go over, say something quickly, and come back to the screen. Yeah, we decided that it's actually not necessary to put somebody in the water, while we have very good attack from Malmö Triton. They tried to bring the ball over to the right-hand side, which was barely blocked by the defender, Thomas Shankly in this case. No, it was Andreas Jufmann. Again, he clinched the ball away. And pass over to Hannes Hoffmann. I feel like Malmö is screening away in midfield quite well, so Vienna does not get a free sprint over to the other side. Anaïs de Chamon has the ball. The ball seems quite big in her hand, but
she has a technique of throwing, which is almost like I don't know. Did she?
Yeah, she learned
like
to play rugby in German, and Germans do that a lot. They like to hold the ball close under the shoulder,
like
and then you can flick it out by it's just a flick of the ankle. It's not a long pass, but you can easily play it from having the ball under your shoulder beforehand. The pass from Manuel Gassner ended up with Anaïs de Chamon, but it did not cause any problems for the defense now. So this is Hannes
Oh.
Hoffmann. He tried a circus pass around there. It actually ended up with Manuel Gassner, but and he tried to just press it through some hole, but ended up with the goalie. Magni Turnberg, who has the ball there, could not be stopped quite well, and Stefan Podrugac is with him. And again, Andreas Jufmann in defense got the ball up there. The pass goes down to Peter Bromberg. He wants to find Ann-Sophie Krakow on the other side, but the defender gets in. Can she manage to do something anyways? For the moment, she's keeping the ball. Schneiderbauer is clinching away on it.
Good sequence
But
there.
yeah,
by-
she worked it out, and this is good. This is very good for Malmö Triton. They want to keep up the pressure here because they need to score. I mean, their place is not going to change, but still, every goal you score, every point you make is relevant. And there we had an attack on the equipment. We could see that clearly that I think it was Stefan Podrugac who reached back to hold back the Vienna player behind him, and he grabbed on the mask and even pulled a little bit on the mask. So there he gets a free throw against him. And a free throw for Vienna, also effectuated on the surface. No long risky pass played. Richter Trummer with the ball, tries to free it, is being attacked by Milos Nilsson. And now
Now,
Vienna's up front again. But they're not in a hurry to score.
a little over 9 minutes left.
And there-
in the
there's
match.
There was a call, and it was against Thomas Schenkel, who was obviously pushing at the goal. The referee decided. This has been many times now for Vienna. They've been given that call, I think 4 or 5 times now. So I think at some point they should,
Give a warning.
give a warning, or at least Vienna should realize that the referees are paying very well attention to the situation, and that they have to be more prudent in there. So free throw effectuated by Jürgen Persson. And now Malmö is coming in, trying to bring the ball down, but again the forechecking of Vienna has been very important here, because I think the goalies would have been in a lot more trouble sometimes. But the forecheckers actually work away a lot of balls that are just over the basket. They're clinching basically everyone away who's trying to attack the goalie from above. So the fact that Vienna had only 1 goal scored against them goes largely on the account of the forecheckers here.
These two teams now are both concentrating pretty well.
Yeah, it's a very calm game. It's not very hectic, or it's not heated up. It's not like somebody was angered or something. They're pretty calm. Yeah, you're right. Good observation there. While we have Manuel Gassner trying to drive in, and Jufmann on the other side. Can he bring the ball down? He cannot. The ball dropped into the goal, but it was too late. And again, the call against Vienna for pushing at the basket. This has to be Andreas Jufmann this time, because he was the only guy close to the goal who did not have the ball. And this is 5th or 6th time now, so very unnecessary for Vienna. They're losing a lot of balls when they try to score. Not by losing them really, but by doing this unnecessary foul of pushing. And I mean, this could happen to you once or twice, but they really should pay attention to this before it comes back to bite them. Because I mean, still it's 2-1 the score, so right here it's all going the way of Vienna, but the match is totally open, and everybody is clear that Malmö Triton is capable of scoring a goal at any given moment. So this is Ulf Riedel with the ball, brought it forward, and gets it back. It's passed backwards, and Krakow gets it over to Magni Turnberg. Being clinched away from behind again by the forecheckers, and again Jufmann. He's winning a lot of balls in the defensive position, and now this has to be a foul from Vienna, or else it should have been advantage. So let's see it. Yeah, it's a free throw for Malmö Triton. Unfortunately, we can't hear what it was about because the referee won't use his microphone.
Is there some reason for that?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Be good if the referee used the microphone, so not only we as the spectators and commentators would know what's going on, but also all the players should know. But for the moment, Vienna has won the ball, and this is Martin Meskes trying to free himself from the grip on his ankle. Meanwhile, he's giving a pass up front. Meskes again, and this is Hoffmann now. He's 1-on-2, so he's likely not going to score on his own here. Plays it slow. And now he tries to drive in. Pass downwards. Martin Meskes. Can he find somebody close to the basket? Very good forechecking here for Olof Bertilsson to win this ball, but it's immediately picked back up by Karl de Trummer. Does a lot of swimming, gets a lot in the way. So I think the referee is being reminded that he should use the microphone. And hopefully for the rest of the game we'll have clear instructions about what's going on, while we have Thomas Denk with the ball beside the goal. Had no teammate, so he stopped, but just by stopping moving, obviously he was going to get clinched. So the scrum's on the surface now.
Probably, I think there's no battery left in the microphone.
Oh, okay, so bad luck. So apologies for this. We'll have to guess sometimes what's going on from the side of the referees. While Övredel won a good ball and forechecking from Thomas Schenkely and brought it on to Milos Nielsen. Milos is on the move, tries to score. Milos has a black tape around his knee, and this is simply because his wife wouldn't recognize him on the screen, so he put this on his knee so she could recognize him. The ball is drilled into the defense, but there's 4 defenders for Vienna, and they likely get the ball out here. They do indeed. Andreas Schneiderbauer tries to advance. Well, his mask has been removed partially, but you could see he kept his eyes open even though his mask was flooded in order to be able to get a pass off. He's fixing his mask right now in the water and instantly returning to the game right here. Okay, the passes are coming close to the surface. That's a bit too close maybe, because the forecheckers don't even need to dive that deeply to disturb Vienna from playing. I feel the game is totally open. We had pressure on both sides. Both teams carried the ball about the same amount of time. This is Edwin Mortensen with the ball. How far can he go? Can he go until the goal? He tries to bring the pass over to the other side, but Schneiderbauer has his mask back on his nose and managed to win this. So Anaïs Deschamont taking the ball away. Bertilsson wins a lot of balls with his long arms here.
Yeah, he's tall.
And Richter Trummer moves forward.
He's under the he couldn't get under the back.
Yeah, no, he was alone on this case,
good
and
play
there was
by
there was Anne-Sophie in defense. Wow,
goal.
the goal was shortly open, and Manuel Gassner was just a bit too slow to find the hole. And
why doesn't he take the goal, number 10?
Schenkely did not move in to take the spot on the goal there, which he could easily have done. Still, the ball falls down. It's Martin Meskes now. He tried to jam it in the exchange, but the ball is won now by Malmö. While we're watching this game that's going back and forth without a real advantage on either side, we already have no more than 4 minutes left on the clock.
That was a dangerous situation for...
Yeah, and there now Malmö has another chance to put up the pressure. Still, they really want to score. It's Övredel with the ball. Finds Milos Nielsen. And
come in here.
The pass went to Peter Blomberg, but it was snapped off by Juan Araza as a forechecker. And
now it's Vienna.
This is Andreas Jufman, but he's not sprinting forward. He plays it slow. Although I feel like the players of Malmö are also tired, or else they would put up more effort to win here. But they seem to be used up as well. So either team, if one of them could go for one big counterattack with like 3 people
Well,
at full speed,
there are about 3 minutes left in the game.
they might either team might have to the chance to score here if 2 or 3 people would have a heart and really go for it, and not with the 70-80% they're having now.
What was that? Attack on equipment?
It might be that Andreas Jufman, referee is indicating that he had a hand on the fin.
Ooh, free ball.
Oh, the referee has got a new microphone now, so for the last 2.5 minutes we'll actually be able to hear what is going on while
I think that's
Stefan Podrugaj effectuated the free throw. Martinsen had it, and then Turnberg over to the left-hand side, and they try to take. Okay, yeah, I think this is pushing now from the attacker for Malmö, isn't it? Yeah, it's or maybe even.
Holding the goal.
So
Right,
Kaiser
free
Lindman
ball.
indicates holding the basket.
so a free throw in favor.
Free throw in favor of Vienna here, and it's 2.5 minutes left. Yeah, the game is totally open here, I think, because it's been dribbling away with a bit of chances on both sides, but nothing too spectacular in the end. But yeah, really, one little bit of luck, one good action could totally change this game now. And it's Manuel Gassner who tries to score this one with full force. And did he get there on his own? What an awesome goal then.
That's his second goal.
It was indeed Manuel Gassner who scored this goal on his own, so I think there's not really an assist to give on this one. And this was a pure act of force.
Goal white number 8.
Look
Assist
at
number 6.
look at how he wrestles himself in there. He was being attacked from behind. There was the defender. There was the goalie.
The goalie spun round and he pushed him off.
Yeah, I think the goalie tried to grab the ball, but instead he just got removed. And
that was a mistake.
yeah, that was a bit of a mistake, but also it's easy to say because the typical type of Manuel Gassner to score is he will move the ball a lot forward and backward in small intervals. So he'll move the ball towards the head of the goalie several times. And after the second time the goalie sees the ball coming towards him, he thinks, okay, the third time he does this, I'm going to grab it.
Yeah.
And this is just a moment where Manuel Gassner counts on his ability to pull the ball out with enough force, so the goalie actually can't get a good hold on it.
And
then he's a bit removed, and then he just needs to get it down. So yeah, he relies a lot on the force in his shoulder for when he scores. And as I said, his left shoulder is hurt, is injured, and he's still not very well on his left shoulder.
This game is now.
So here,
principally,
he still managed to score. Yeah, this game is out of reach, I would assume. Obviously, we had a timeout.
Not
but
impossible, but very difficult.
yeah, not impossible, but I have to be. I have a bit trouble of staying neutral, because I'm really happy that Vienna is winning. But of course, I think we really have to give credit that this game could have gone either way easily. And yeah, we have 2 minutes left. Nothing is lost. I mean, imagine a quick goal from Malmö now. And also, we have to say, Malmö is here without 2 of their best players.
Who would you want to go in with the ball now? Triton side.
For Triton side, I think they should try to move. Yeah, Podrugaj or maybe even Bertilsson, whoever it is, he should try to keep the ball open, to keep the ball moving. If they get clinched, this is very bad for them, obviously, because it kills time, and then it's a 50-50 chance which team gets the ball. So they want to keep the ball in their team. They want to keep it moving because that's basically the only chance they're going to have to move in. I think they need to produce a big wave of attack. And
is there a timeout now?
there was a timeout and it's already finished, but the referees are still discussing something. I don't know if anybody here knows why the game has not been resumed yet, but for the moment the referees are discussing. So yeah, Malmö Triton, in order to be able to get themselves a chance to get back into the game, they will need a quick goal. And I think their best shot for a quick goal is not to rumble in with, to shoot it in one try. Because if they lose it, when they're with 5 people up front, they might very easily eat another counter-attack, and that would be the last. So I think they need to pressure the goal, but only with 2 or 3 people at a time. And they need to constantly put pressure on the goal for 20, 30 seconds maybe. Keep the ball maybe right at the basket or not far from the basket, so that the defense never has a chance to rest, so that every hole in the defense might get punished. And the one thing that has proven very effective for Vienna has been the forecheckers clinching away the attackers that go over the basket. So this has not been a formula of success for Malmö Triton. So I think they should try to come in from beneath. From below. And maybe change altitudes a little bit. Maybe come in from below, try to pull the defender up, and then give a pass down. The next guy try to do the same thing, and basically have the forecheckers go up and down in small amounts, which is really tiring. So we see Anaïs Deschamont. She's also forechecking. I don't know what the problem is here for the referees, the 2 water referees. Maybe it's a technical issue or something. But yeah, we can only assume what effect this long pause now has on the game.
Yeah, we should find out really, because this is taking some time. I'll walk over.
I wouldn't say that there was that one team was very much in a flow that would be interrupted by this long pause.
I'll get back.
Yeah, okay. So Devrel will head over to the referee's table to get the information about what's going on. Meanwhile, I'll be alone here. Hi, everybody. We see Devrel going over to. Oh, okay. The referee actually.
Ready?
Yeah, there was nothing to announce. The game just resumes. So Devrel will be right back. As we see Olof Bertilsson, who came in with the ball first, gave the first pass to the left-hand side, so to the side away from where the substitute players are coming in. The game is being stopped. It's Kaiser Lindman stopping it for holding, and it's a free throw.
Free ball.
Yeah, wide free ball. So ball for Vienna. 2 minutes left now, basically, and we'll see what's happening from now. But 2 minutes should, 2 minutes should be. Vienna should be able to bring this over the time. Andreas Tanzmann, free ball. The free ball goes to Anaïs Deschamont. Schneiderbauer has the ball, and there is the ball with Shankly. Gets it off to Deschamont. Yeah, clear holding without the ball. Given against Jürgen Persson.
The reason for that long pause was broken equipment.
Broken equipment.
The signaling equipment was.
Also, yeah, that was a technical issue for the referees.
White free ball.
That can happen. No further problems. We have white free ball because Jürgen Persson held back without the ball.
1 minute 40 left in the game.
Yeah, and so I'm feeling that this game is more or less over. Vienna will like to play this out cool. You see they're not rushing in for a goal. Andreas Tanzmann just holding his fins up front to make sure that he's not being attacked. But they lost the ball up front.
During that long technical timeout, both teams had a chance to talk about what they might want to do.
Yeah, but
and no doubt that Vienna would say, we don't have to score now.
Yeah, no, they really don't have to. Milos Nielsen won the ball there. Yeah. Very good job from Nielsen. And this is Bertilsson again. He scored the 1 goal. He's been quite active in carrying the ball. Also Ann-Sophie Krakow, very, very active ball carrier in the team for Malmö Triton. Where now actually Ulfredel is on the right-hand side. He wants to receive the pass behind the goal, but it didn't get to him. Was not a.
Deschamont took the ball out, or who was it?
I couldn't see that.
Manuel Johansson.
Yeah, Johansson fighting over the ball with Manuel Gassner, the double scorer of the game.
But there's only half a minute left.
Half a minute left.
So this game is now out of reach.
Manuel Gassner ties this ball up, and I think therefore kills the last chance of
Vienna's going to be
of Malmö
ecstatic.
Being I mean, yeah, kind of. Let's say I'll just leave the commentary table right at the end of the game because I'll have to shout at some people.
Yeah.
out of joy, but for the moment the ball has been clinched, has been freed, maybe a last chance.
That's it.
Now it's over. I'm gonna leave everybody. Vienna's 7th in the league, and the last place now is being taken by Akeren for this season, so they are going to have to play relegation. And for now we're going to have one match left, and I'm gonna leave you with Deviltian and the highlights.
Well, thank you very much, Jan. Jan Kinderman there. He was overjoyed, so he's run off to congratulate his teammates. And I'll go take a picture, and the highlights are going to be coming on soon anyway. After that, the next and final match of the year, the season, will be between Tampere and Molde.
Tasapisteisiin tuli, jos se voitti, mutta meidän maaliero oli suurempi. Ja keskinäinen me voitettiin, eikö se ollut niin? Älä näytä noin innostuneelta, joku voi olla, että tykkää.
On tää vähän vitusti liian pitkä päivä hei olla. On ihan loppu.
No joku kävi himassa sentään varmaan vähän rötväämässä ja...
Joo, rötväämässä. Nimenomaan. Kävin kattoo kuumeesta plussasta poikaa ja sanoi sen äidille, että mä tuun illalla, kun te nukutte. Ja siitä se rötvääminen sitten alkoikin. Ensin pakattiin tavaroita hetki ja sitten sanottiin,